Welcome back, guys. We are here with another match of this best of three between HYDRA Reloaded and Exodus, and we have more Alliance Tournament ships on the field. Here we have the Atana Cambion combo again that was fielded yesterday by HYDRA Reloaded at much expense. They did lose a Cambion and an Atana in that match, and we have a little bit of commentary in local. Zabos of Exodus has declared -2 Cambions Duncan, and the Atana was named Most Atana Losses 2013. So I don't know if HYDRA are particularly attached to these. The match looks like it is about to go underway. We're in the countdown right now, about 10 seconds to go. I'm here with apathetic Brent. I'm Bacchanalian. Why don't you give us a rundown of these setups, Brent?
Okay, well, we have triple Cambion, Stiletto, double Merlin, triple Gila, Atana, Sleipnir, Claymore for the HYDRA team. So they have multiple levels of damage. They are going to have Gilas for mid-range. They're going to have Sleipnir, Claymore for close range. They also have a lot of ways to be able to lock down their enemy ships. We are underway. Damps have gone out. It looks like...
Who is that running right down the middle there for the HYDRA team?
That is Ramo in a Stiletto.
Okay, that's not a Cambion suiciding to his death. The Atana immediately taking damage is damped down. Actually, Exodus winning the damp war here, which is surprising to me. I guess there may not be that many damps on the HYDRA comp this time, although we do see damps now on the Merlins and damps pulled back off a little bit. Newts on a Cambion and 2 Gilas. Jammer on the Stiletto. That is interesting.
Web on a Gila, so we'll see how this turns out. Not a lot of damage has been applied yet. Actually, Guardian of Mr. Falcon is starting to take some appreciable damage.
And it looks like Dradix Tristan is caught, scrammed, and taking a little bit of armor damage. Guardian has yet to apply reps. I'm wondering why that is, but we'll see. There are damps on the Celestis and Merlin. Guardian is webbed and scrammed now. Atana not caught, kicking around at 1,500 meters a second.
He's actually very far away. He's 100 kilometers from the beacon right now, so he's completely out of range. It looks like we have Sturm Guerre and Vitone and the Dominic's Navy issues both trying to get around to get
and
some
that Guardian from
nukes on
Mr. Falcon is low armor, bleeding into structure. He is repping a little bit, but that's going to be... He's off the field. He is down... HYDRA Reloaded in a huge position of advantage, but that Atana is half shields. That Atana is taking quite a bit of damage. I wonder, are they going to be able to power through that before the end of the match?
It's a bit surprising because he's quite a ways away from all these sentry drones. I mean, he's got to be about 80 to 90 kilometers away from these sentry drones. He is pulling away further, though, so I think
he's dropping into lower and lower shields. He's not keeping up. Meanwhile, the Celestis here for El Diablo Rojo is down.
Atana is getting in low shields. Are we going to lose a second Atana in 24 hours? Or third, actually. Second from HYDRA.
Yeah, well, you know, here he goes. He's into armor now. Tristan's into armor, but
he's
Atana
in deep
low armor. Structure.
Oh, man. Are we going to lose another one? He is so far away right now.
He's at half structure. He's bleeding into nothing.
And Atana down! 2 Atanas from HYDRA Reloaded down. They're going to win this match, but holy cow. We're also in a position again now where we have unsupported Cambions, where those Cambions could very easily die if they're not careful.
The prophecy for Gaiane is down. We have a Gila for Ember Saint into low shields that will probably go down here as well. I don't think the 2 Navy Dummies in the Sin can bring this back. Like you say, I think HYDRA Reloaded have this match, but Ember Saint goes down. I don't know. That's quite a DPS advantage, I think, at that point for Exodus.
Yeah, it will be a close match. I mean... It could go either way. I think that HYDRA is going to have enough DPS to knock down those 2 Navy Dummies. It looks like the Cambions are going to work on the support ships, the Tristans and the Merlins. If they can clear that off the field, then they're safe no matter what. As long as they can get a points advantage and then try to kite out. It's hard to do that against these drone setups, but I'm shocked at how far those curators were hitting against the Atana of Count.
Here we have Vitone's Navy Dummy into low armor, into structure. He will be off the field very shortly. That's Sleipnir applying his damage very effectively. I guess he's got a medium newt probably on him just for effect there, and that dummy is off the field. Sin now webbed, scrammed, jammed, dampened.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Rock Amar is webbed down. He's actually low shields now. I was just about to say he's taking a little bit of damage, but there he goes into low shields. He's going to drop into armor before too long. Sin going to drop probably about the same time, depending on who gets more damage on here.
Yeah, I would say that now we can pretty safely say that HYDRA will most likely take this match as long as that Sin goes down, and they still have Sleipnir, Claymore, Gila, triple Cambion. They should be just fine. There goes the
Sin, but here goes the Gila with it.
Looks like still a little bit of damage going on to Ramo and the Stiletto. That's pretty inconsequential.
No, and he will drop. So Exodus putting up an extremely good fight here in 2 matches, killing a couple tournament ships. It's interesting to see HYDRA field these things. I know they want to desperately get to the final, and winning this match here is a guarantee of second place at very least, so 50 tournament ships. But it still seems such a high price to pay.
It is a really high price to pay. They went all in on this. They said, listen, we win this match, we get 50 tournament ships no matter what, whether they take first or second. So I can kind of see the justification behind it, but did they need to bring the Atana?
And clearly they respected the Exodus team, and with good reason. Exodus has put up a very good show. There's still a very strong team, but against HYDRA. I mean, maybe HYDRA were after losing a couple tournament ships yesterday, not so confident in their abilities. I don't know. Sturmgore into structure now, about to go down. Cleanup job left for Exodus. I don't think Nem's Gila there is going to drop for HYDRA, and there's no more damage left on the field now for Exodus. And there's the explosion. We have 2 Merlins and a Tristan left for Exodus.
So HYDRA reloaded, 2-0ing Exodus, but at about another $100 billion to their tournament losses so far this year.
That's quite a budget.
Then again, I mean, it's 50 tournament ships that they're guaranteed to get now. So at what point do you say worth? I think you say worth right now.
I think so, but it's still, Atana's not a ship that they can replace. I mean, they didn't win the Atanas. Am I mistaken?
No.
So they had to somehow make a
it.
backroom deal to get those. And, I mean, maybe they have more, but my goodness, I wonder what price they actually paid and if they can actually get more. I mean, this maybe they played their hand. Can they bring these back against whoever they face in the final now?
I think it was a pretty interesting point brought up at this point. I mean, Virgin Collapse might be in a position where they're willing to barter. I knew that for sure that HYDRA had one Atana coming into this after practicing with them, but I didn't know that they had multiples. I also didn't know they had backup Cambions, so maybe they're in a pretty good, as far as bargaining is concerned, maybe they're in a pretty good position.
It could do. It looks like that Tristan is not tackled for Viewandowski. Hopefully he either Edge of Glories or...
It won't take long. Those Cambions are going to be doing 5K a second. Let's see. If they wanted to, but instead they're going very slowly.
Well, hopefully we don't kite out the last 4 minutes of this match. I think I don't see why the Tristan. He's not going for Edge of Glory. Oh wait, maybe he is.
Maybe he's trying to bait Cambions towards the Edge of Glory.
That would be quite a way to lose a Cambion. You can see Duncan Tanner zipping right out of the boundary. We'll see. That does appear to be what he's doing. He's charging toward the boundary, It's a stiletto chasing him. That's
I think Ramo, just for style points, should just keep burning, go right out. Nope, he decided that it's not worth.
Here come the Cambions and Merlins. This will be just a matter of moments now that he's webbed down. The stiletto's not going to do a lot of damage, but as soon as the Cambions get in range to apply or for that matter, the Gila drones.
HYDRA reloaded. 2 Atanas, 1 Cambion, 1 Malice, 24 hours.
That's just an amazing amount of ISK we've seen explode.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives you an idea of what these guys want to invest in the tournament. This is why we said they're a scary team and they want to win and they're willing to do it at any expense.
Yeah, and for anybody that doesn't understand the premise, maybe you're new to tournaments, there's only 50 of these ships ever. So every single one that dies, you're never going to get that back. So it's more than just an ISK value.
Absolutely, and that's, maybe they're just trying to increase the value on them. I don't know. But they are doing that with everyone that explodes. Here we have Viewandowski's Tristan into structure. He's doing 1 click a second web, but that is all she wrote for him. HYDRA reloaded, take the series in a very decisive 2-0, but lose quite a bit of ISK in the process. They can kick back for a couple hours now until the final, and we'll pass it back to CCP Soundwave in the studio.